Hello everyone! In this video, we are going to present our group project, and our topic is Movie Lens Data Visualization. Movie Lens is a project of Group Lens Research Lab. Its main function is to apply collaborative filtering technology and user preference to recommend movies. We designed 7 visualization charts depending on the Movie Lens dataset to solve the following problems. First is to analyze the trend of the production of movies in various genres. The second is to find the most popular movies every year. The third is to evaluate the development of movies according to the users' comments. And the last is to explore the relationships between the audience and the movies. The dataset we will use in this project is a Movie Lens dataset, which describes the rating and free text tagging activities from Movie Lens website. It contains 20 million ratings and 465,000 tag applications applied to 27,000 movies by 138,000 users. Users were selected at random for inclusion, and all selected users had rated at least 20 movies. Each user is represented by an ID and no other information is provided. It is divided into 6 files. So next, let me briefly introduce the languages and visualization tools we use. We select the D3, Chart Studio, Apache eCharts, and Matplotlib by using JavaScript and Python in our project.
In the first task, we dig into the movies dataset to gain insights into the trend of movie production of various genres. We hope to answer questions such as, is the overall movie production growing or falling? During different periods, which genre of movies has the largest production, and so on. And then we propose 4 requirements as follows. First, the visualization should be able to display the trend of movie production of different genres, as well as the overall production. Second, comparing should be easy. Third, genres should be filterable. Last but not least, the time interval should be adjustable. We designed an interactive stacked area graph as shown here. The stacked area graph is a classic method for visualizing change in a set of groups, where the values of each group are as important as their sum. We use areas to display the production of movies over 100 years. 10 harmonious and easily distinguishable colors are chosen to encode the 10 genres. From this view, we can conclude that the overall movie production has been growing, and its growth rate has become very fast since around 1980. The overall production in 2000 was 3 times that of 1980. Moreover, the production of drama movies is almost always the largest, accounting for 1/4 to 1/3 of the overall production, and the production of comedy movies is the second largest. In addition to the main view, our visualization supports a set of interactive operations, which make it meet the remaining design requirements. When users move the cursor on the graph, the production of movies in each genre in that year will be displayed as numbers like this. This feature makes it easy for users to compare movie production of different genres. Besides, users can click on Legend to select or deselect a genre. Double-clicking will isolate one single genre. The screenshot on the left shows an example of this, from which we can tell that the production of documentary movies has reached a level similar to comedy movies since 2010. Users can also select a rectangular portion on the graph to zoom in and view local details. The right picture is an example.
For this task, we want to find the most popular movies from 2005 to 2015. Due to the limitation of the datasets, we turn this problem into finding the maximum number of movie reviews. That is, if one movie has more reviews than others, we think it's more popular. We use D3 tools to make a dynamic bar chart which changes over time. In this bar chart, we show top 20 popular movies, which are represented by 20 horizontal bars. The colors of bars encode the corresponding genre of movies. Different lengths of bars encode different number of movie reviews. Through this data visualization, we can get the most attractive movie every year. Dig it deeper, we can also notice that there are only 4 or 5 genres of movies always maintain their popularity, which means that people's interests change a little over time. We can also notice that movies with genre comedy, action, drama are always listed on the top, which means that these 3 genres of movies are the most popular genres for these years. Certainly, we can also use color to encode the name of movie, but this method will block genre information of the movies, and when more than 20 bars are presented, there will add some confusion to readers.
In the next task, we aim to analyze the development of movie industry of different genres over time according to users' evaluations. With the growing of technology, it's easy to imagine the rapid development of science fiction and the gradual delisting of silent movies. But specifically, how users' preference and the quality of movies produced each year changed are not intuitive judging by the huge amount of original data. So to solve this problem, we intend to compare movies of different genres from 3 aspects: the total output of movies, the popularity of movies, and the quality of movies. The goal of this design is to conclude these 3 aspects of information together into one chart and can visually compare them and see the changes over year. So dynamic bubble chart is a suitable choice to meet above requirement. It displays data in different dimensions from the size of bubbles, the x-coordinate, y-coordinate, the color of bubbles, and time. To reflect the popularity and the quality of movies, we choose to select the number of users who scored a movie to represent its popularity, and regard the average score of the movie rated by the user as the quality of movies. In order to avoid the problem that all movies tend to have more users to score comparing to those new movies, we only choose the rating data within 2 years after the movie is released. And this shows a screenshot of the dynamic bubble chart. Different bubbles represent different genres of movies. The size of bubble shows the total output of this kind of movie in this year, and x-coordinate represent the average number of users who scored this kind of movie, and y-coordinate represent the average score of this kind of movie. For so many genres of movies may contain too much information. If the viewer only interested in several specific ones rather than all, those icons in various colors are clickable to dark down the bubbles, which are useless. If the viewer moves the cursor over the bubble, it shows the precise data of output, average number of rating users, and average scores given by the users. Several results are concluded according to the visualization. First, we notice that the output of most genres of movies increases with year, which is reflected by the size of bubbles gradually increasing. Drama and comedy are the 2 most productive genres of movies, but the output of Western, musical, and war movies have been small and barely increased since the data was recorded. Secondly, the bubble representing documentary movies keeps stable in the upper left corner of the chart, which shows that these movies have always been of high quality and low popularity. Compared with those commercial movies, documentaries are more original, which means that they can cause people to reflect more. This might make documentaries more valuable to the audience. However, documentaries also have to rely on facts and cannot compile according to their own idea of directors. Without many dramatic and engaging parts may illustrate its low popularity. Finally, the bubble representing Western movie is noticeable because it changes rapidly and shows completely different characteristics in different years without any uniform trend. For example, Western movies have both high quality and popularity in 2007, but they were both low quality and very unpopular in 2009. This may be well explained by the low annual production of Western movies, so that its average score and average number of rating users are easily to be affected by specific smart parts of the movie. Several popular masterpieces or movies with a bad reputation may significantly affect the overall level of such movies. So the design and analyst we could discover that this dynamic bubble chart uses an intuitive presentation to represent the three dimensions of data of different genres of movies and contain a wealth of information. However, it still has room to improvement. No specific movie information is contained in the visualization. An additional interactive system can be added to it to present like the highest quality or the most popular genre movie of the year when the mouse is over the bubble. It would also be appealing information for the child viewers.
Okay, my name is Shen Shaohong. I will introduce our task force, Reviewers Analyze. We use Movie Lens 100K dataset, which contained 100,000 user reviews of the movie. We first visually analyze the age and occupation of the reviewers, and the histogram here can meet our needs very well. Afterward, we can see that the age of the reviewers is mainly range from 17 and 31 years old. What's more, most of the reviewers are students. Based on the above analysis, we want to further explore the relationship between users and different movie types. Rather than applying more charts for analysis, we select the heat map here. The heat map is a commonly used display method in data visualization. Through the degree of color change, it can intuitively reflects data information such as hotspot distribution and area aggregation. Through the heat map, we can not only see more efficiently and clearly that students and programmers are more enthusiastic about commenting on movies online. But also we can find that people prefer action, comedy, and drama movies. Through these analyses, it will be helpful for possible movie recommendation in the future. After analyzing the relationship between reviewers' occupation and movies, we began to be curious about the relationship between users' gender, age, and movie genres. We first analyzed the distribution of reviewers of different ages through a static line chart. In this chart, the light blue part indicates males, and the pink part indicates females. From this, we can clearly see that in a young group of reviewers, women account for a large proportion, but older reviewers are more males. Therefore, we think that the female group may have greater fluctuations in movie rating because of their young age. In order to confirm our guess, we next draw multiple line graph matrix distribution according to the genres of movies. From the chart, we can clearly see that for most kinds of movies, the rating of female reviewers fluctuates more than males, and this is also the same for older users.
In conclusion, we have explored the movie production, ratings, genres, and the reviewers in the Movie Lens dataset through data visualization. We also have mined a lot of deep and high-level information that is not directly provided, and solved 4 tasks with several visualization tools. Although there may be some results of these visualizations having overlaps, we acquire a better method by comparing them. We believe all things we do above can help readers understand and get the information they need more intuitively and effectively.